being accompanied to the ring by Mr. Tubbs.
Tonight's episode of the West Coast Wrestling Connection is brought to you in part by Sports Radio 750 The Game, The Pita Pit, Voodoo Donuts, The Brunch Box in downtown Portland, the Hilton Garden Inn at the Portland Airport, and Beds for Less and Furniture.
All right, Todd Kennelly here with Jeff Aiken. We make our way to the broadcast position, and again, what a night of championship action. And Jeff, what a way to kick it off. What an atmosphere. The tag team titles up for grabs.
The new tag team champions, I can hardly call them new anymore. They've successfully defended them one time here on television, a couple times in non-televised events. Mikey O'Shea and Jeremy Blanchard, a force to be reckoned with, Todd, but a new tag team here in Ashton, Vutton, and Maxwell, Chicago.
Your champions, Mikey O'Shea and Jeremy Blanchard.
Yeah, when you're the tag team champions or any of the champs here in the West Coast Wrestling Connection, you're going to have a lot of people knocking on your door looking for the gold. And what a unique tandem in Vutton in Chicago. You know, Tubbs, Mr. Tubbs, this is a chance for him to have a meal ticket by managing one half of the tag champs. That's the last thing he needs.
Last thing he needs is a free meal ticket, Todd. Yeah, no argument for me on that one whatsoever. Look at Mikey O'Shea almost glowing with the being ecstatic being tag team champion. Mikey O'Shea has worked hard in the West Coast Wrestling Connection to hold on to tag team gold in the past. Caleb Conley and with Gangrel. This is his third partner, his third reign with Jeremy Blanchard. Whoa, what a powerful combination. Mr. Tubbs, though, you can see him on the outside, Todd. He looks so very confident, strutting back and forth.
O'Shea, I think, has found himself a great partner in Blanchard. Guys that came from the ground up, worked their way to the top. And the tag team titles here on this program has really been something that has defined the young, promising career of O'Shea, and now likewise for the battle-tested veteran in Blanchard.
Jeremy Blanchard, a former West Coast Wrestling Connection Legacy champion. First time as tag team champion here in the WCWC. We've said it here already a couple times just before this match has even started. What a powerful tag team combination. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The tag team championships, two of the most coveted belts in professional wrestling today. Will we have new champions, Todd? Is it Mr. Tubbs' night to walk out of here with Ashton Vutton and Maxwell, Chicago victorious?
Well, let's talk strategy for a minute. I mean, you touched on it. An incredibly powerful tandem in the tag team champs, O'Shea and Blanchard, and it looks like it's going to be the big Irish brawler, O'Shea, to kick things off. Obviously, they're going to go full speed ahead, use their power. What do you expect out of the challengers in this matchup?
Well, I'm not going to lie. Ashton Vutton, I think Ashton Vutton has an opportunity here to absolutely shine, Todd. He can use his slippery tactics and his speed and really his technical prowess to get really an advantage against the massive size of either Blanchard or Mikey O'Shea. But Maxwell, Chicago, I tell you what, Todd, the guy has had some really lucky runs, but I don't know what he's going to have in his repertoire that can really match up against such a powerful tag team.
Chicago, very resourceful. We'll see what he comes up with. Vutton not gonna rush into this thing. And we've seen that Ashton Vutton can really flip that switch. I mean, he's one of the most vicious competitors. He's a vicious gossip too, but he's vicious inside that ring.
Well, that's the thing that brings both of these guys, Maxwell Chicago and Ashton Vutton, both, is they're so vicious and ruthless. Ashton Vutton gets it done in the ring. Maxwell Chicago gets it done in your mind. You don't know what to expect when you're in there with Maxwell Chicago, but the same goes for Ashton Vutton. I think that he prances around so much and plays so much of the model when he's out there that people don't take him as seriously as a competitor. And right now, Mikey O'Shea having to really use his strength and power.
Working over the arm, gonna just take it, rip it off and beat him with it if he can. But you're right, Vutton now gets to the rope. So again, you cannot judge a book by its cover. Ashton Vutton very fundamentally sound when he needs to be. And he and Chicago so unorthodox that do you think they might keep the tag team off balance with their tactics? But O'Shea in firm control now, takes him down, nice takedown and working over the arm, neutralizing Vutton.
Mikey O'Shea is such a versatile competitor. He can get it done on the mat. He has so much speed. He's deceptively agile. And we're going to see some of that right now, I think. Whoa, nope. Big leapfrog by Ashton.
You might want to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Gravity is going to win in that exchange. And now a huge toss there by O'Shea. And Vutton, he's not on that catwalk right now. He's been hitting the floor time and time again. And now maybe Chicago can fare a little better.
He doesn't look very confident. He's a little shocked he even got tagged. Ashton Vutton, look at that. He completely, well, Mr. Tubbs right there to go ahead and give him a little bit of a real calming and coaching. And Maxwell Chicago in the ring, and O'Shea asking Jeremy Blanchard if he wants this guy.
Blanchard all too happy to oblige. The big man checks in. And now it's time for Chicago, the man from the Windy City who blows a lot of hot air. He's going to have to back it up tonight. We can't touch on it enough. What a huge opportunity. This show is really all about that. Later on, Caleb Connolly defending the Legacy title against Big Duke Dalton, a former Legacy champ. And of course, our main event, Striker Thornstowe, to determine the #1 contender in the Pacific Northwest title. What a night in store tonight here.
It doesn't get much bigger. It's a big fight field, just like you said, Todd. It was this few weeks ago that Adam Thornstowe almost left victorious as Pacific Northwest champion. And now, Maxwell Chicago with dreams of his own, as walking out of here as WCWC Tag Team Champion and being as vicious as he can, biting the head of Jeremy Blanchard by any means necessary.
Pulling out all the stops is Chicago, who now comes up with a side headlock, and that's going to be tough to keep on the powerful Blanchard. He's going to try and shrug him off here, and he does. Chicago just runs right into a brick wall.
Blanchard barely even moved at all by that, and just taunting Maxwell Chicago. Gets back up to his feet on his own. Important to note, Jeremy Blanchard still with that arm brace. It's been months after the injury and still wearing that. I'm a little shocked Chicago hasn't headed right for that and tried to take that arm apart.
Well, you might want to be careful because Blanchard has used that as a weapon as well, but it's an orthopedic arm
brace. It's orthopedic,
Let's clear that. It's medically cleared. What exactly is Chicago doing here?
Okay, he's going long, he's coming back. Maybe he thought a little teamwork would have got him a better outcome, but Jeremy Blanchard giving him none of that.
Trying to come out of the blocks, but fittingly enough, the challengers haven't come out of the blocks at all offensively in this opening tag team title contest. Blanchard sticking them with the big rights. And the tag champs, their offense not pretty, but certainly very, very effective. Man, he would have taken his head off of that.
Maxwell Chicago making a huge mistake trying to play Jeremy Blanchard's game. He's trying to go blow for blow with one of the largest and strongest competitors in the West Coast Wrestling Connection. And I don't even know that. Look, he's just ducking, running away, trying to do anything to avoid the shots of the tag team champion.
Maybe it's Chicago with a little bit of madness going for that, despite the looks of the tights of Blanchard, and a cheap shot on the outside by Vutton, the referee admonishing him, but that has given the challengers the edge for the moment in this title matchup.
It's exactly the opening Maxwell Chicago is waiting for. It's that moment of teamwork that Ashton Vutton and Maxwell Chicago have not had yet in this match until that moment, and now that they're starting to operate as a cohesive team, Todd, the tables have turned.
Challengers, you're right, showing some tag team continuity now, trying to remain fresh, and you got to talk about it. You look at the size of the two champions, Blanchard and O'Shea. If this match goes into deep water, in terms of conditioning, you got to think it's going to favor the challengers.
All day long. Mikey O'Shea, we've seen him before. He has a second, a third, and a fourth win, but by the time he's on that fourth win, I tell you what, Ashton Vutton is probably just beginning on his second.
Vutton using his assets, but will it take home the gold? You know, they say in fashion, it's all about accessorizing. Well, that'd be a heck of an accessory if he has a tag team title around his waist. Big wide open kick. Going for the cover, history be made? No, only a count of two. Tough to keep either Blanchard or O'Shea down for the count of three.
It sure is, but you can see exactly how important this is to Vutton. He hooked that far leg. He didn't just go with a lazy lateral press. He got a solid pinfall attempt in there, the very first of this match, and it was a complete solid two. The challengers doing everything they can right now, Todd, to become serious competitors. For the first time in this match, Todd, I could see new tag team champions coming out of this.
And Blanchard has been isolated in that ring for quite some time. He knows where he is. Both men collide there. Incidental contact. They're both down. And this is a huge window of opportunity for both men to get to their corners. You know, the challengers here, have been pretty lucky so far. Kind of a couple of cats with 9 lives. You got the catwalk in Vutton, and you got a cat in heat, talking about the singing skills of Chicago.
Reminds me of many sleepless nights right there. Oh, and both of them get the others in, and Mikey O'Shea going to town. Takes the head off both Chicago and Ashton Vutton. Gets him running into the corner. Oh my gosh, look at the power and the speed of Mikey O'Shea.
Irresistible force here by the Irish juggernaut, trying to divide and conquer. Maybe gonna sandwich him.
Oh.
Tubbs pours himself on the apron.
And
He's heading for the hills.
he spilled right off. I've never seen him move as fast as that. He ran all the way to the back. Big wide slam. Mikey O'Shea hooks the far leg, and Ashton Vutton makes the save.
This thing breaking down in a hurry. I would not want to be the official in this one. Blanchard comes in now. All 4 men in the ring. A combustible tag team title match to kick things
Come on.
off. And Chicago biting again.
Referee giving a lot of leeway in this match, as he should, as a title match. Oh my goodness! Miscommunication there by the challengers.
Oh yeah, that was a big time fashion faux pas by Vutton. Look out, inverted atomic drop. Time for a little gunslinger. O'Shea, center of the ring, hook of the leg. It's over.
And there it is, your winners in tag team
Here
champions.
are your winners, Mikey O'Shea and Jeremy Blanchard.
Jeff Aiken, an impressive title defense by O'Shea and Blanchard. When you're the champs, you got to take on all comers, and they don't come stranger than Chicago and Vutton. What a way to kick off tonight's episode.
It sure is. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. The Legacy Championship on the line. Duke Dalton challenging Caleb Connolly. Will we see a title change yet? Stay tuned to find out.